Alright, we're going to be watching Zeeray, who's going to be playing Winston on Antarctic Peninsula. I think this is gold on PC. So I've already pre-watched most of this replay, and I think there are probably, let's say, three big things I would talk about. Number one is ammo management. You don't reload nearly enough, and often you're diving in with let's say 20 ammo or sometimes like 4 ammo, and you dive in there and then you land and you immediately get to reload in their face. That's not so good, right? When you have downtime, when you have an opportunity, take a chance to reload. That's first thing. Number two is understanding who and where to dive. This is a really, really hard skill. Like, literally, you're going to be working on this your entire Winston career, like all the way up through GM. It's not like GMs get every dive perfect, but recognizing who's actually vulnerable, like who does your dive impact and actually lead you the opportunity to create space or get kills, very, very important. There are times where you don't realize who you're supposed to be going for. Number three, I think specifically against Pharmacy, you seem very confused at times as to what to do, and then we're going to kind of talk through that. I think the short answer is you just ignore them, and then until you have nothing else to do, and then you try to work down the Mercy, and then dive and kill her when you get the chance. So let's I think fourth one is playing control points and understanding when you need to contest the point versus when you need to give up the point. Also really, really important, right? It's not so critical right now. Like, you can probably easily get through platinum, probably even low diamond without having a great understanding, but climbing out of there would be hard without knowing, like, what's a situation where I need to be contesting the point versus what's a situation where I can give up the point and let them have it. So, starting here, you go to Antarctica, you go left side. This is fine. I get caught up there. I think it's good that you walk forward, taking space, because getting over here gets you a chance to be able to jump onto one person. I don't know if I'm thrilled about playing low ground. I think playing high ground would also be okay. I don't know that there is a definite best way to play Antarctic Peninsula yet, even though it's been out for, 2-3 seasons now. I think that people are still trying to figure out, exactly how to be playing it. So I'm not going to question whether this is the best path to take. I think it's okay, right? It's not the worst path to take. I personally would play it slightly differently by going high ground. So you heard the Zarya to the right. That sound I saw you look at, you noticed the Zarya's there. You're going to see Farah, and you're going to see Mercy. So what should you be doing right now? Well, the thing is, who do you know the position of? You heard the Zarya, so you know the Zarya's top right. You see the Ana here, and then you see the Farah, and you see the Mercy. Where's the correct place to jump? This is the most critical Winston skill. If you dive the right person every time, I can virtually guarantee you're going to get all the way up to Masters, even if you don't improve anything else. Just knowing where to go is so, so important. In this situation, the Pharmacy is basically invincible. There's no reason to believe that you zapping them, if you zap the Farah, the Mercy can heal it in a second, right? 55 HP a second, you only do 50 damage, who cares? Zapping the Farah does nothing. Zapping the Mercy maybe does something, if you did 50 damage zaps, but she's way behind cover and really far away, so your team's never going to be able to follow up. She's never going to die. She can just fly to the Ana, or the Ana could heal her. It's a waste of time. It's going to take you forever to try to kill the Mercy here, and you're going to take a lot of damage. So, Pharmacy, right? Both of them, consider them off limits. Just don't even try to think about it. The vast majority of the time, you just can't do anything about them as the tank. That's number one. Number two, Ana. Well, diving Ana is good, and generally through the course of this game, I see that you dive the Ana a lot, which is great. The problem is the Ana here is too safe. The Mercy can easily heal the Ana here if you dive her, and remember that your dive gets completely countered by all supports. Because your Tesla cannon only does 60 damage a second, every support in the game except for Zenyatta and Lucio heal for at least that much, right? Mercy heals for 55 HP a second, Ana heals for 94 a second, Kiriko used to be 73, I think after her buff, maybe she's at 80-ish healing a second, Baptiste easily heals that much, etc, etc. If a target is being healed, you basically cannot kill them. So there's no reason to think that diving the Ana right now is going to do a whole lot, because the Mercy is going to heal the Ana right away. You're not going to do any damage, you're going to be sitting here in a bubble, and you will be blocking off the Ana from doing anything. That's true. But trading a tank for an Ana is not, time-wise, is not so good. Plus, the Pharmacy here can blow the bubble and actually do a lot of damage to you, potentially. If the Pharaoh drops into the bubble, you might be in trouble. Instead, who is actually vulnerable here? The Zarya here, weirdly enough, actually is surprisingly vulnerable, as is the Torb. Both of these two have gone on the high ground flank with no support help, because they're out of line of sight of both the Mercy and the Ana. No one can heal them right now. So I would just play slow right now, let my team start engaging. The problem is my team all went low ground, which is a mistake. If my team went high ground, I would 100% be diving this right here. But without that, I think that I just kind of chill for the moment and wait to see the fight develop. Again, I wouldn't bother zapping them. If I'm zapping anybody, I'm zapping the Ana. Okay, because if the Mercy doesn't notice, I may be able to burst kill, instantly kill the Ana, if I get the Ana down to 100. So, you're going to see right now that your team is going to take pressure, right? They're getting shot from here, from the Anna, and from high ground to the right. This is a great example of you just not taking space. Okay, you're not holding the pharmacy back because you can't. You're not holding the Anna back because it's not a great use of your time, and you're not holding high ground here, which is probably the best use of your time. It's just to prevent them from doing anything. Like if you just lock off these two, bubble, and just like kind of back out, that buys your team like the chance to have 5 people target the Anna or kill the Pharaoh right now. Also note is at this moment in time the Anna actually is vulnerable, and you could go on her and kill her, but it's too late now because the Mercy goes over. But regardless, I think that you're not doing your job as a tank. You're not creating any space at this moment in time. Neither is the opposing team. Like everyone in this game is not good. It's very clear. Like everyone in this game is not doing super well. From a mechanics perspective, you don't want this high loopy jump. You see how long it takes you to land? You want to land a lot sooner. So don't go for like the crazy high fall down jump. You want to jump just high enough that you're going to land right here. That way your land is nice and quick and you get the burst damage in and you have the opportunity to do something else. Long loopy jumps is what gets you killed because it takes you too long to hit the ground and allows them to get out of the way. Let's go for the Anna. Mercy doesn't heal her. Great, get the kill on the Anna. And let's look right now. After you kill the Anna, alright, you have 17 ammo right now. You zap all the way down to 2. You have 2 ammo. You should reload. You see you're walking around right now? You're still walking around with 2 ammo? Still have 2 ammo. And then you realize, oh shoot. So that awareness of recognizing, oh, I don't have ammo, very, very important. That's a common theme throughout the entire game is you're not paying attention to your ammo at all. If you had ammo, you would have killed the Mercy by now. But you kill the Mercy anyway. Great. Pharaoh's here. But you can just put Bubble and kill her right now. Like, she's clearly running out of air. Like, I can tell from how she's drifting to the ground. Sorry, wrong Pharaoh. So, you see how she's out of jetpack fuel, right? Because I see she's struggling. Right now, you can just put Bubble and zap, 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 zap. And then, yeah, she's going to use Concussive to get away, and then you can just jump on her and kill her. Like, you 100% could kill a Pharaoh in this situation. Instead, you return the point. Again, not the optimal play, but it's okay. I think killing the Pharaoh there would have been great. Alright, so the point's capped. Setting up. Yeah, you're just trying to zap. This is fine. So I would be charging zap a lot more, looking for opportunities. So you're going in on, of all people, the Torb, instead of going in on the Ana. You saw the Ana here. Right? You saw her right here. You should have been going for this Ana right away. Like, jump, put down Bubble, zap, 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 zap. You probably don't get the kill because the Torb is there, but, like, you plus spam from a Fair definitely get the kill there. See, she gets super low. Like, this is 100% a kill opportunity. So, Winston's burst damage is 130. 50 from a fully charged right click, 50 damage from landing, and then 30 damage from melee. So if you do that combo, 130 damage instantly kills the Ana on the way in. She's at 123. So this should be a kill on the Ana right now. You also put the drop ball down too early. So you see how you're going to drop it slightly too early, and it's going to land down here instead of over here, which is something that comes from playing Winston more, just like knowing like where the bubble's going to be. At higher ranks, this would be death. If I did this at like GM, I'd just instantly die. Like, I'm never going to even be able to walk back into the bubble because I'm going to get slept, naded, and then killed. But you're forced to pull out. Alright, Zarya's beaming you. This is fine. Without bubble, you got to play a little bit safe. You still got 3 seconds. If you can see, so I don't actually know when you can see people's health on the screen. Like, sometimes you have to zap them or do some damage on them, but the Pharaoh is super low right now, so if you knew the Pharaoh was low, you could jump and kill her in the air. So, yep, you're going back in. Once again, the bubble is too early. That's also a consistent pattern that we're seeing here. Having the bubble here would be great, but I don't actually recommend landing here, even if you had the bubble in the correct spot. Because if the Winston, or sorry, if the Torb and the Ana just run at you, you just die here. Like, Torb does a lot of damage. Torb does something like, I don't know, like 170, 200 damage a second, right? Ana's going to do about 70-ish damage a second. Like, you'll die here in like 2.5, 3 seconds, way before you can have jump again. Like, you just straight up die here. It's very hard to bubble dance like this close, and you're pinned in with no other way to get away. I think that this is quite dangerous. I would have landed the front side here, put down bubble, zap, 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 right? Try to bubble dance a little bit, and then drop off. Over here, you're locked in. The only way to get out is jump jet, and even then, you don't have a good angle to get out. Like, even from here, if I try to jump out, it's going to jump like this, and they're going to have a lot of time to shoot me in the air. Right. Ana gets low. Right, zapping. Okay, I say it's a good bubble dancing here. I think, generally speaking, you're doing a good job here. The Torb is whiffing like crazy on you, I would just note. I don't even know how many shots this Torb has missed on you. Alright, so that's one hit. Oh, he has no ammo. What the heck? he's just not shooting. That basically whiffs. That's like an 80% whiff. That's another huge whiff. He's also just not shooting as fast as he could. That's all another giant whiff. That's finally an actually on-target shot. But the reason why I mentioned this is not to make fun of the enemy Torb. It's to point out that you should be taking a lot more damage than you actually are. Like, you're taking almost no damage from this Torb because of a combination of ammo management and aim, which is not typical. I would note again, you're at 40, 30, 20, 10, 0 ammo. 0 ammo, not reloading, not reloading, not reloading. I think the only way this could be happening is you're holding right-click right now, but you need ammo. Like, you're about to go back in. You have no ammo, right? And you zap, and now you're reloading. And now, see, like, this is hurting your uptime a ton because you just don't have ammo available to do your job. This is probably the worst possible thing you could do is overloaded Torb and running straight at him. This is not your job. Your job is not to stop the Torb from running at your team at this moment in time when he's popped overload. Just do anything else here. Jumping the Ana here is a good option, right? Really, really good option still. Takes her off. The Zarya is low, relatively low energy, looks like. Yeah, exactly. She has 9 energy right now, and she's like far away from your team. The Torb is the only possible threat. Torb can't kill anyone back here, right? He's not going to kill your Kiriko. He's not going to kill your Mercy. It's really hard to land shots as Torb. I would not worry about him at all. I would have just gone for the backline. There goes Pharah ulti. You should have 39 ammo. You should have reloaded when you jumped away, because in your mind you have to be thinking, I'm getting out of this. So I'm getting out of this. I'm not landing on anyone. Reload right while you're doing this in the air. Like, you have to get better at reloading. Right? You're still sitting at 39 ammo. You're still sitting at 39 ammo. Your Tesla, by the way, is nowhere close to hitting anyone. Like, you see, it's not even close to the Pharah. You're less than half the distance to the Pharah for perspective. So you're wasting what limited ammo you have. You still have 17 ammo. You're still not doing anything. You're gonna lose your Mercy, and then the fight's over. The biggest reason why you lose this fight is you simply don't do anything. Like, you should have been going for the Ana. You should have been applying pressure here. Okay, then you could have potentially been zapping the Mercy or come back here to fight people on the point. But like, you just kind of sit here for a while, right? And now you jump out. So I would die on this point. 61%. I would die on this point. There's no reason not to, right? They're about to cap. I would drop and fight on this point. Trying to get out here makes no difference because your team's dead anyway. So you might as well die on point. Give your team more percentage on the clock, and then respawn with your team. Alright, setting up for the next dive. So, you should charge right-click before you dive in. Unclear exactly who you're planning on diving right now. So you see Zarya's here to the right. Zarya's not a good dive target. You see Torb and Pharah here on the left. I think this is okay, right, if you can get in on a dive in this situation, because you're hitting at least 2 targets. But instead you dive in the middle of both. And now you're just sitting in no man's land, like between 2 people. You're zapping one of the worst, if not the worst possible target to be zapping at this moment in time. And then she gets nanoed. And jump in. I would note you have 4 ammo right now. You do only the 4 ammo. Ana misses the sleep. That's not going to happen in higher ranks. I hear the Ana, by the way. I could tell the Ana's still close because I could hear their footsteps. I would have followed her around the corner to get the kill. You shouldn't have done that bubble. You do sleep right, or jump right here to kill. Jump, hit the ceiling, come down, instant kill. So everything here is a mess. So one of the things I would note here is like your jump mechanics are very weak. It is going to hold you back for sure. It's just not understanding like when and how to jump to be able to get kills quickly is going to kill you. So I don't agree with this primal. Like, you're purple right now, but you're still full health and you bubble. I put down bubble and I just wait out the purple, right? I put down bubble, ignore the Zarya, look, jump back on the Ana. Then when I start getting low, then I pop primal. Primal right now, not super effective, other than the fact that the Zarya decides to run away from you. But your team manages to get all the kills. Like, your primal has nothing to do with why you win this fight. You're also feeding the Zarya a ridiculous amount of ult charge. She's already almost at 100% anyway, but I just note that if the Zarya wasn't at 100%, you probably would have fed her like something like 40% plus ult charge. It would have been crazy. Alright, so, in this situation, what do you do? Well, you know the Zarya died relatively recently, so the Zarya is still respawning, which means they have no tank right now, and there's 17% left. They're looking to contest the point. You know they are going to contest the point. I want to take a fight early when the tank isn't there. Like, why wait for 5-on-5 when I could make a 5-on-4? You know what I mean? Like the whole thing that we say is don't stagger when you're on offense is the same thing when you're on defense situation. Like if they have the opportunity to be staggered, stagger them. You should be jumping in right now, applying pressure, trying to kill this Torb right now. That's the best thing for you to be doing. Right? You had your soldier with you there. You had your supports with you. Like you could have killed. Like this Torb is still vulnerable. I would still 100% die this Torb. Like this Torb should be dead by now, multiple times over. See, now you go in. Now it's too late. You see the Zarya is here. She can bubble off anybody easily, and now no one's gonna die. Right? See? Now no one's gonna die. I don't know why nobody's healing your Torb, but we'll take it. You walk into the grav. See, you're still trying to focus on the Torb, but the problem is again with the Zarya here, like the bubbles are keeping people alive. You needed the drop bubble right there. So this is a very dangerous moment, right? Lava's down. Everyone's fighting for the point. If you put bubble here, it helps save your Kiriko. See, with no bubble here, like your Pharaoh could have used his cover and your Kiriko could have used his cover, but instead you jump out without using bubble. But the thing is, if you jump out here, you're not going to win this fight anyway. Like you're over prioritizing your survival versus impact, if that makes sense. You're always like, oh, how can I live? How can I live? How can I live? It doesn't matter living if I jump out and it's a 1-on-5, I'm not going to do anything anyways. I might as well just die on point. You're going to set up again, and then once again, you don't charge your right click on the way in, which is a problem. Go for the Torb, who's good because nobody seems to be healing him for some reason. Go for the Mercy, this is good too. Yep, good, great. And you cap. Mostly your DPS got the kills there though, and you did very little, relatively speaking. Okay, so we're going to come up here. Just think about the lineup. So they have Orisa, who you obviously do not want to dive. They do have a back line. The Anna's diveable. Pharmacy, as I mentioned, not particularly diveable. And their last DPS is Torard, was not super diveable. This isn't like a great Winston lineup to be playing against. It's not a bad one, but I'm just noting is that like this is not a shoe-in for a good time as Winston. So I wouldn't worry about the Orisa. I would just completely ignore her because the Orisa's crazy overextended. She's playing all the way out here because she's thinking about the point. A very common low-rank mistake is that people over-focus on the point instead of winning the fight. If I win the fight by killing everyone in the back line, the fact that the Orisa caps the point is irrelevant. I just come back and I kill her on her own, okay? The number one thing is win fight first, then cap point. Do not cap point and then lose the fight. That's no good. It's a very common mistake that people do at lower ranks. So, but the thing is, if Orisa's on point here, you need to be pushing the pace on the back line. Like, if she's over there, I walk forwards. See? Like, your Reaper's back here, your Pharah's back here. Like, you need to be going. Your Kiriko could follow you in easily. You need to be going right now and attacking the back line, not messing around with the Orisa. You sitting here is, like, the worst possible thing you could be doing right now. Like, you're not helping to win the fight at all. Your bubble, obviously, is out of position. Right? Like, this bubble is not helping anybody. I think you consistently pop bubble too early. All right, this bubble would go a long way to helping you stay alive right now. Your supports are first to double heal you here. You're being double pocketed, which is why you're not dying. Both the Kiriko and the Mercy are healing you because you made a big mistake jumping here in the open. But that means your Mercy can't help anybody deal damage, which means that there's less damage pressure, and so forth. So Orisa's cap point, the thing is the Orisa's still out of position. Like, she should just go back right here. If she stands right here, this fight is won for them. But your team kind of plays back. Your Reaper's on point for some reason. She kills Orisa, despite the fact that it's a 2v1, I think. Yeah. Your Reaper just is... Yeah, the Orisa whiffs here really badly. What the heck? Yeah. Like, your team, your DPS are getting a ton of kills. I think the big issue here is that you're not really doing a whole lot. Bear's out of position. Yeah, kill her. Jump into her even. Right, you see Mercy? Right here... I start walking back to the right because I'm thinking about killing the Mercy. Because wherever she dives, when she GAs, I'm going to immediately jump forward to go get the kill. By the way, right... Yeah, whatever. I was going to say, there's going to be a moment after when the Mercy goes back that I would have dove the Ana as well. Because you know that they're down 2 DPS. Alright, you jump in, you're super low, right? Good job. You have to reload. You see you have 11 ammo. You gotta reload. You gotta reload. You have to reload. You have to reload. Finally, you reload. Great. Yeah, it's funny. You're the exact opposite of most people, where most people are compulsive reloaders. They reload when they don't need to, and you do not reload when you definitely need to. All right, you get knocked out of the way. You should reload. You really should reload. You really need to reload. It's very important to reload. This bubble, not great value in this situation. Believe it or not, because it's just the Orisa on point. Like, who cares? Like, this fight over here is what matters. Now, granted, this fight's probably over now because you're too slow to this fight. But, I mean, I guess in this situation, If this is what we're going to be doing, if you're just not going to be helping your team, you're playing point, I mean, I guess this is the right call. But in the grand scheme of things, forget about the point and worry about winning the fight. When you see, like, your DPS are more aggressive than you are. You see? Like, there's a Mercy and a Reaper in their backline right now. Like, you could be jumping in here, getting kills all over the place. Instead, you're messing around with the Orisa. The Orisa wants to fight you. Let's be very clear. The Orisa wants to fight you. Every second you're focused on the Orisa is a second that is more likely for the opposing team to win. If I'm the Orisa, I'm thrilled if you're spending your time as Winston fighting me, because you're not going to do any meaningful damage to me. I'm going to do meaningful damage to you, and you're not taking advantage of your mobility at all. Nino gets popped. You jump despite being spun, which is obviously a mistake. You bubble to stall for time. This is good. You're going to go in right now. You have like no health. Ana misses you. Ana should really kill you here. This is like an easy kill. This auto... okay, so just something to note. Like, even once you hit diamond, Anas will just never miss you anymore. Like, with anything. They'll never miss you with darts. They'll never miss you with grenades. They'll never miss you with sleeps as a tank. Right? That's a hit. That's a hit. That's a miss. Right? There's a hit. Like, she could just melee'd here. Alright? I think this is a very easy kill for the Ana on you. Like, she doesn't even need to be dodging. This is also another problem that people have in lower ranks, is they dodge when it's like, you're not going to miss with the Tesla cannon. So all she has to do is focus on her aim, shoot as fast as possible, right? And then just melee and you die there. She should have killed you and you shouldn't have killed her. So you're sitting up here. So, again, where should we be going, right? Not the Orisa. Torb, maybe, if he's injured and he doesn't have overload, but otherwise, I want to go after the Ana. Okay, so you can try to take left side and get access to the Ana, which is going to force the Ana further back, and then you can go kill people in the middle. Alright, kill the Torb if no one's focusing on Torb. You saw him pop overload right now, which means that after this overload ends, he's vulnerable. You need to save ammo because you're about to dive. You need to save ammo because you're about to dive. You need to save ammo because you're about to dive. Alright, reload. The problem is you waited too long here. The Torb is vulnerable because he doesn't have overload, but you waited so long, his overload's coming back in 2 seconds. Like, you see? After... here, you have 10 seconds to dive this Torb and potentially do something, right? I'm not saying he's the best target. The Ana is the best target, but if you couldn't get to the Ana, the Torb is the best target here to dive, because he doesn't have overloads. He only has 250 health. He is diveable and he's killable with your team, with spam, etc. But instead, you're just messing around right now, right-clicking and zapping, because it feels like you're not sure what you need to be doing right now. You have to be going in as Winston, okay? And obviously, it's like highly situational, like when and where to go in, but you can't just be sitting here forever and trying to poke down the enemy team. You're just not good at that. You need to be applying pressure. See, the Ana, smartly, actually rotates way the heck back because she realizes that everyone's coming for her, but you could have done this 10 seconds ago. So with Ana dead, by the way, you didn't need to pop bubble here, right? Popping bubble for a solo Ana who's about to die way in the back line while you're full health, this is a huge waste of bubble. Right? You can kill Torb right now. So I'm pretty sure you don't know how to do the short hop, but when you're doing short hop, so that'll drop you right onto the Torb. Hold backwards, look down, and then pop jump, and you'll only jump like a much smaller distance than normal. So you should have done the short hop onto the Torb here, which would have killed him a lot faster. Having bubble here would also reduce the damage you take. Reese's gonna die. Great. And then kill the Mercy. Cool. So setting up for the next fight. In general, I would say don't set up in the open, right? That forces you to take a lot of damage. So you could play like here, right? You could play here. You could play here. You could even potentially play here. You could potentially play here. I wouldn't recommend this most of the time, but depending on the lineup, that might make sense, like if they're running ball. But you could even play like here. Anything that's not standing in the middle of the point, because it forces you to take a lot of damage, and it forces your supports to heal you. See, you're already missing 80 health for no reason. So Torb's coming in. I see the Torb is low, right? I have to see that he's getting hit by the bear. Dive in right now, bubble kill instantly. Right, good. I mean, right, general idea. Animus sleep, so it should be easy kill. Great, reload, good. Right, reloading's good now. So let's think about the situation. What's up? So we killed 2, but they killed 2 too. So is this a 2-on-2? Is this a 3-on-3? It's a 1-2 on 3. So in this situation, there's basically no way for you to win. I think that I save primal and wait for the next fight. But I definitely don't let anybody cap. Right? There's no reason to let anybody cap here. I definitely make sure whatever's going on, they do not cap the point. Because right now, you have 2 coming back in. If you just stand on point here, it's going to be a 4-on-3, and you cap the point and you win the game. But because you don't stand on point, and you're spending a lot of time trying to chase this Fair Mercy, ineffectively, I would say, at that, like this bubble on your Cassidy would have been so much more helpful. They end up capping the point. But this is still winnable. This is still, did they kill one? 1, 2, 3. No, still 4-on-2 right now. 4-and-3. Still winnable. Just go for the Mercy. Pop bubble if you need to save your Cassidy. Not that it's going to work against Ram Punch. This is a mistake. I'd say popping Primal when you're at full health is almost always a mistake. There are selective situations where it makes sense, where you need to burst kill somebody, but otherwise it's almost always a mistake. You want to get low, then pop Primal because it refills all your health. So that way you go from, you basically become like a 1600 health Winston, if you know what I mean, right? Because if you want to get all the way down, right, force them to use resources, ammo, etc., then prop Primal and restore all that health. It's very demoralizing to the opposing team. Just popping it full is not a good idea. I would also note that at your rank, you're almost assuredly going to be better at killing people without Primal than you are with Primal. So if what you want to have happen right now is to kill people quickly, you're probably better in normal form where you can more accurately hit people. Right? See, this is a good example where like you don't know how to juggle people as Winston. It's like very clear. Like all you do is you just run at people like swing, 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 swing. You don't know how to like chain the jumps together to juggle, which is an incredibly difficult skill. It is an incredibly difficult skill. But I'm just noting that this is one of the reasons why if you had not popped Primal, I think you would have killed the Torb by now, just zapping him regularly. Also note right here is that there's no reason for you to die to this Torb. You can A, pop bubble, B, just dodge and let your team finish him off, C, you can jump and burst kill him. You have so many options here to not die, but you don't use any of them. Alright, so in this situation, Ram's here, Anna's here, Farah's here, but you know that the Torb is dead, and I think the Mercy is dead. Yeah, the Mercy is dead. Still winnable fight. I want to walk forwards. I probably walk forwards, pop bubble, to prevent any further damage from the Farah or the Anna. Walk forwards, and then I want to look for jumping the Anna, assuming I still have health. You need to reload? Oh, man. Okay, so you jump, and I think you reconsider like whether or not you want to leave point. I don't know if it's because point is overtime or what, but you land in the middle of neither one. You don't land on the Ram, and you don't land on the Anna, and this is obviously a huge mistake. Generally speaking, if you jump to the wrong target, you almost always will lose a fight as Winston. I think that's like a good general benchmark for like how well you're doing Winston. If you jump the wrong target or jump to the wrong spot at the wrong time, assume you will lose the fight. This is the wrong spot and the wrong time. Like all the things are gone wrong here. So the correct call would have been going the Anna here. There's no reason not to, quite frankly. But even if you don't want to go on the Anna, you could block off healing for the Ramatra, who is waiting for Nemesis form to come back, if you'd done this earlier, and you could potentially have killed him, because you block off all healing from the Anna. But I think, realistically, nothing's going to happen right now. Right? This Ramatra looks like he's low. He's not low. Because he got all this extra armor, so he's 362 health, but like 150 of that is going to be, or 200 of that is going to be armor. Armor is 30% more effective than health, so that's like 260 health plus the extra 100 from regular health, puts him in the ballpark of like 425 or 450-ish health right now. Like he's not actually that. He's about as much health as a full health as Arya, for perspective. Like this Ramatra is not going to die. But I don't think you realize that, obviously, because you're zapping, though you notice that you also move out of range while you're zapping for no particularly good reason. You could still dive the Yana at any point in time. You go, but now you're too far away. Instead of landing on her to get the burst damage, you landed too far away from her. That keeps her at a distance, right? She has plenty of time to juggle you, juggle, right? She grenades you again, right? You panic here. You could still kill her. She already used grenade. Like, this is an easy kill. Right? The Ana has 41 health. You zap her for a quarter second, drop her below 30, melee, instantly kill her, and then you can jump back in with bubble. There's no reason this Ana should be alive. You're going to amazingly cap this. Nope, you're actually not going to cap this. Alright, you killed the turret, fine. Alright, Torb's dead. Just jump straight up right now. Right? When you're purple, low like that, you have to get out. Just jump straight up. Or jump, I mean, if you could jump away, that'd be great, but I don't think you have time to think of and process that. Just jump straight up to keep yourself out of ram punches at least, to buy your team time for purple to expire and for you to get healed. But you're gonna die here. And then from there, I think your team all dies, and that's it. I would say that second round, easily winnable. There's so many different things you could have done to like easily win that game. All right. So you go left side. This is fine. I would watch out for the fair rocket. I know the timing, right? 3, 4. There's another rocket coming. Fair has 5 rockets. There's another rocket coming right now. So I don't come all the way. So you walk right in front of this rocket. Fair has 6 rockets. Sorry. She used to have 5 rockets a long time ago. This is just like a small note where like I don't think you're good at reading like what the enemy is gonna do. Like I know right away, like okay, 2, 3, 4. There's gonna be a 5th rocket coming, right? And then a 6th rocket coming right after that. So you see, like that kind of thing, like just comes with a lot more experience with the game. They're playing Reaper now. Bad news for you, but it's the Torb, so whatever. Like the only real target you have to jump right now is Ana. You go in the Ana. This is like a reasonably good dive. I think I'd be careful about breaking LOS, and the fact that Reaper is quite dangerous and you're not going to have jump soon. So when you go in this Ana, you need to make sure to get out the opposite side of the bubble. Like as you jump in, right? You jump in, you go zap, 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 and get to the other side of the bubble, or else you're going to get shredded inside of the bubble, which is exactly what happens. Like it's a reasonable jump if you knew what to do afterwards. Though note how low on ammo you are right now. See? You see how you don't get to the opposite side of the bubble because you're not thinking about what's going to happen when I jump over the Ramatra and the Reaper. They're going to chase you down and kill you because now you have no jump. Okay, it's an easy kill for them now, and then you're going to die. You do get revived. Okay, so who do we kill right now? Well, I don't want to go with the Reaper. The Ana's still an option, but the Reaper is relatively close. The Ramatra, though, is out of position. I think that jumping the Ramatra bubbling here is reasonable. That's probably what I would do. After this res, I would jump the Ramatra right away. Standing here is the worst option. Reaper does so much. Reaper does like 200-ish damage a second against you. Like, you will die in 3 seconds. Like, you cannot stand here. You've taken way too much damage now, and now you have no health. You're still not putting down bubble despite having 68 health. Right? You bubble right now. Pop bubble. What the heck? I have no idea how you do not die here. That is truly bonkers. Okay. So you're going to come back in. I don't know why you put bubble now. Like, now you're at 371 health and being healed. Like, maybe to save the soldier, but the bubble's not even forward enough to save the soldier. I would have jumped the Ana right away to kill her. Even at 371 health, no problem. Kill the Farah. No, see, you're always so low in ammo. Okay, finally, Farah dies. Alright, so, in the neutral phase, well, actually, I guess it's not neutral because they're just pushing it right away. So you know they're down the Ana, and you know they're down the Farah, right? So in this situation, like, hey, what can we do? Is there a possibility of getting staggers? I can't really jump the Ramatra, but I probably would, actually, in this situation. Like, I know it's going to be a while before the rest of the team engages. I think jumping the Ramatra here just for multi is fine. Just put bubble down. Force him back. Prevent him from doing anything valuable. Okay, so when Ramatra is punching, you do not want to group up with your teammates because his punches do area effect damage. So you see how you walk into the Bastion and then you both get punched. This is an unnecessary error. Like, don't group up with your teammates when the Ramatra is punching. Correct move to go for the supports here. You get the fair low. Yep. She's not going to die. Alright, you get slapped. No big deal. That's fine. Reload. You jump on the Ana. I don't know why you don't continue on the Ana. I suspect that you're not looking at the kill feed at all because you see that your team's already killed 2. So, at this moment, I've seen that the team has killed 3. Just stay on the Ana, right? Stay on the Ana, get the kill, continue the stagger. There's no reason to not do that. Oh, your Bastion pops ulti. It's a mistake. So, a problem right now is your team is over ulting. So you see that their team has 1 ulti right now, and they have 2 ults coming. Your team has already popped 2 ultis. Mercy's a while away from Valk, and then you only have Window here, and then your Primal's still a good bit away. Reaper's here. You don't want to mess with the Reaper. I would think about if I have to jump in here to bubble my Bastion, who's out of position. But I probably just shift to the left and jump this right away. Because I can't deal with the Reaper necessarily, but I can definitely stop the Kiriko and the Soldier right now. Like, wasting your time right-clicking is no good. It's funny because you both spend too much and too little time right-clicking, which is kind of amusing. You're right-clicking when you don't need to, and you're not right-clicking when you do need to. But you really need to help your Bastion out here. Ramatra ends up throwing Vortex down. As soon as Reaper ulti goes down, you should pop bubble. As soon as I hear this right now, I instantly drop bubble and popping bubble here allows my Baptiste maybe to get out of it. Definitely lets my Bastion get out of it. Yeah, see? You're just like a little bit too late. And now the Reaper dies. So the correct call, I pop bubble, turn, and start zapping. And why do I zap instead of getting away? Because if I don't kill the Reaper's going to kill my team anyway. It doesn't matter if I survive. My survival doesn't matter if my team can't win the fight. Alright. So, Reaper killed 3, Nanos popped, just die. Yeah, this is fine. Right, so they popped their ultimates, it's fine. Right, we're still commanding advantage, 74% to 25%. You know, I would say that if I betting odds, I think you're still 66% favored to win this, 70% plus. Like, this should still be an easy win. Especially since you were primal. So with 90% to primal, I'm thinking, okay, I'm looking for a dive. I want to dive in. I want to pop bubble. I want to do a lot of damage. Force them to all use abilities. Oh, they think they're going to kill me. They start committing. I pop primal, and then I kill them all. So you just need to walk in right now. Like, you're way too passive. If you have your whole team, right, look back. Hey, we have a whole team. Yep, all 5 people, go. Just start walking in. You can even do a staging jump. First jump here, then evaluate the situation, wait 4 seconds, and then jump in for the next one. But you need to walk in right now. Like, your Hanzo is taking more initiative than you are, which is a very consistent theme, right? Your Hanzo realizes nobody's contesting this corner. We can walk up. Why is your Hanzo doing that instead of you? So you're doing bubbles too early, right? And the Ana wasn't even looking at you. I think that if you're going to do this jump, which by the way is a dangerous jump to do because you didn't know what was on the other side of the corner, like the Reaper could have been waiting right here for you to land on him and just kill you. But right here, I think bubble's a little too early. You could have popped another second later. You get the Ana low. I would pursue this. There's no reason not to. Right? You're full health. You still got the bubble and everything. Like, you can just run with the Ana. Run. There's another reason, like, I don't need to pop bubble here is because I'm not low and I have primal. So I could have run with the Ana all the way to here. I probably have taken 200-ish damage. Now I pop bubble and I keep zapping. Zap. I get another jump in. I drop down to 150 health. I pop primal. Like, there's no reason to be backing off here. Like, you need to be aggressive. 3 people clumped up together is like your moment to shine. Like, this is what you need to do to jump in and apply a ton of damage. Don't worry about the Reaper. It's not your job to deal with the Reaper. I don't know why you're jumping backwards. What the heck? This is truly confusing. My best guess here is your Baptiste said in voice chat that he's gonna window, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna make use of window by using right clicks. This is a terrible waste of your time. Winston is not a good projectile hero at all. Like, your right click is given as an afterthought to your kit. You can play perfectly well without using the right click at all. Winston in Overwatch 1 literally didn't have the right click, and he was still one of the best tanks in the game. Don't worry about your right click. Your job was to apply a tremendous amount of pressure on the backline. Like, you see that window is going to force them all to scatter, right? One over here, rest over here. If you've been applying pressure to the team the whole time, it would have forced them this way into the window. You coming back to the window is fight losing. Alright, your team still gets 2 picks. You need to apply pressure here. Your team has a 5-on-3 advantage. You need to be jumping in, reload, jump in, get kills. You have 17 ammo, you reload, jump in, get kills. Reloading is step 1, yeah, okay. So, you hear the soldier to the right, right? You heard the soldier, you definitely heard the soldier, because I hear, like, clear as day, right? Like, you hear the footsteps, just turn and go kill the soldier who has no health. As soon as bubble goes off, pop, or visor goes off, pop bubble, look for the soldier, jump and kill him. Oh, this is where your mechanics kill you. Right? I don't think you have the ability to do the short jump at all. Like, you can only jump, like, far away. So something you really need to practice is your jumps. The soldier should have been dead a mile an hour ago. Don't fight the Reaper. Of all people, do not fight the Reaper. This is bad. This is a bad trade. This shooting right here, where the Reaper just shoots you in the face while you stand in the open, this is really, really, really bad for you. Alright, he's going to be doing like 100 damage a shot, and you're going to be doing almost nothing. He's going to be farm ulti, he's burning resources from your team. I don't know why the Kiriko's there at all, but great, we'll take it. Kiriko's dead. You don't need to pop bubble here. You're not in any danger. Just play the corner. You should reload. Oh, okay. You're going for backline. This is good. Again, charge right click as you go. Charge right click. Land on the Ana. You drop the right click on her. That's 50 damage. You land on her. That's another 50 damage. You melee. That's 30 damage. And Ana instantly dies here. Instant death on the Ana right now. Okay. But fine, let's assume that we're in the situation that we're in right now. Okay, the Ana's low. The Ana's very clearly low. Like, you know how low she is. Just finish the Ana. chasing after the Ramatra is the worst call. You have almost no chance at killing the Ramatra at this moment in time. The Ramatra has 372 health, like, and he can block at any moment. There's no way that you can kill this Ramatra. I think you're worried about the Annihilation killing your team. It's not your job. Like, you have to understand what your job is as Winston. It's not to kill the tank. Right? This is just not a situation. Yeah, this fight's over. See, and you notice that when you pop primal, you don't use your jump at all. Like, you don't use your jump to chain damage. So for example, a better Winston would jump here, knock the Reaper back, wait, jump. Like, you could literally knock the Reaper off the ship if you wanted to, though he probably has Wraith. He does. I'm just clarifying, like, the skill ceiling, like how much better you can be with primal is massive. On a 0 to 100 scale, where 100 is like peak level of primal play, you're like 20. Like, there's so much value with primal that you're giving up from not jumping at all with it. And at that point, that fight's over. You still have a chance to win another fight. Ult advantage is going to be a little bit in your favor, right? You're going to have one more ulti than them. But you have to get ready to set up. Got to get healed up. All right, Ana, use sleep. Right? Ana uses sleep. Okay, go. Go, 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 go. Yep. That's a bad jump. You should have gotten closer. Right? I don't think you realized that you were going to be short here. It also looks like you're holding back. But you should have gotten here, then jumped over the top and tried to go after the Ana. Without sleep, Ana's an easy kill. Kiriko pops Kitsune from right next to you. Great, kill her. Great, just turn right here and be like, oh, okay, there's squishy people near me. Great, let me kill them. You kill squishies in 3.25 seconds, as a reminder, without jump and without melee. With jump and melee, you can kill them in 2.5. Like, despite the fact that there's two great targets here for you to zap, the Soldier and the Kiriko, who are also going after your Baptiste, by the way, and your Junkrat, you completely ignore the two of them to then go after the Ana. This is a mistake. The Ana was, like, not doing anything all the way over here. You could have just gotten 2 picks over here. One and then force Shadow Step and then kill the Kiriko after. Alright, and that's game. So, in summary, there's like so much here, which is pretty typical, right? If this is gold or whatever. I think that it's really hard for me to describe like all the different things that go into decision making for Winston, right? Which is why I suggest you watch my Winston gameplay guide if you haven't already, where I talk through like why and where do I go. I also have other resources around, like I do like a Winston like puzzle video where I'm like, oh, like what should you do in this situation? I think it's worth watching all those things to help improve your decision making, because your where and when to jump is like your biggest problem by far. Where and when to jump. That's number one. Number two, ammo management. You have to reload. There's so many times you're jumping in with like no ammo whatsoever. Third thing is improving at Primal Rage. It's worth it to spend 30 minutes of your time to pop up a Primal Rage juggling simulator and just like practice Primal Rage. It's such an important ultimate. You get so little value out of it. It's a huge multiplier in terms of your ability to climb through the ranks. And the fourth one is audio cues is actually something that you miss a lot. Like you miss footsteps, you miss like ult callouts, etc. Like you miss like the sleep dart getting fired and acting accordingly. Things like that. Like I don't know, this combination of like you don't hear it or you don't know how to react to it or you're too slow to react to it. But those cues are very important to understanding, like having good game knowledge of like what's going on and what I should be doing. All right, I'm going to stop there. Hopefully this is helpful.